Can I max speedrun Tutorial Island? I thought this would be a quick and easy challenge, the goal being to max, at the level cap of 3 in Tutorial Island, all of the skills that you learn on the island. The problem is, the last time I was on Tutorial Island, things were different. Before we go over the differences, let's understand what this challenge means. During Tutorial Island, players are introduced to the most basic aspects of the game of RuneScape. You walk through Tutorial Island with your hand being held, guided on a predefined path, and only allowed to gain enough experience to advance your skills to level 3. So, for this challenge, you must pick your character name, design your character, learn to move and interact with the game, learn the basic skills, starting with fishing, woodcutting, continue on to learn cooking, if it was only as easy as it was in the game, then learn about questing, move on to more skilling, mining and smithing, to smith your first weapon, move on to the first few styles of combat, attack, strength, accuracy, and defense, then ranged combat. I know what you're thinking if you've played through Tutorial Island somewhat recently. During my first run, I found out that you cannot level 3 max combat skills on Tutorial Island. Wish I'd realized that going into it. The last time I played, I swear you could, but that is a huge time saver, so that means only being able to kill one rat, bury one set of bones, and kill one chicken with magic. That is 6 skills that you do not need to max. Move on to learn a little bit about the banking system in the game, polls that help drive the updates, general account security. Then we move on to prayer, one of the more tedious in-game skills to level, especially early on. You can only bury bones on Tutorial Island for experience. And then finally onto the home stretch of learning magic, a little more dialogue about becoming an Iron Man, and finally completing the challenge. All in all, without getting enough experience to get to level 3, this can take roughly around 5 minutes. My first run was so terrible, it is now the test run. The second run, however, went much better. With my name found, I finally start the timer and begin the challenge. Now, I will say I am using a trackpad, so that comes with its own set of difficulties, and there are definitely some fumbles that I could speed up here. Not getting out of the door until almost a minute can definitely be improved upon. After some dialogue, we hit our first skills, and this is where the grind begins. 10 XP per shrimp. Alright, and that is level 2 fishing. One more shrimp to go. And that's level 3 fishing completed at 250. Now we need to consolidate skills here. between wood cutting, fire making, and cooking if possible. This instructor feels that 3 logs is plenty for your inventory, so you have to start fire making after the 3rd log. We have some pretty bad luck with our cooking, but still make it to 1 cooking level here. And that is cooking maxed now. A little more fire making. There's 1 fire making level. One wood cutting level. Just 1 wood cutting, 1 fire making left, and we can move on. And that will complete fire making. And I wasn't paying attention, so there's a little loss of time too. And wood cutting complete as well. Moving on for the cooking tutorial, we just have to finish that and move forward without being able to find the gate. Cooking tutorial completed. And on to quest, or learning about quests. Just spam clicking through all this, down the ladder, and into the cave at 637. That can definitely be improved. Clearing some inventory for the smithing and mining portion. If we can get 10 tin and 10 bronze, that will give us enough for level 3 mining and level 3 smithing, plus 1 extra bronze bar. And that's level 2 mining. There we go, that's 3 mining. Alright, last copper. Now we can smith the bars. At this point, I think I should have talked to the mining tutor whenever he walked a little closer, then ran back to the forge. That might have saved a couple seconds. And I also didn't do the math, so it's entirely possible you only need 9 bronze bars in order to make it to level 3. Only a few XP away before we do our first bar, and then it's bronze bars until level 3. There's level 2. Alright, that's level 3 smithing, and that set of challenges completed. On to the combat. Now going into this the second time, I've learned that you cannot max your attack, strength, and defense to level 3. All you can do is kill one rat, and at most get one set of bones, so we skip prayer entirely and just focus on one kill set as quick as possible. I feel like I made up a lot of ground right there. 3 consecutive hits on stab. Switching over to range. 3 consecutive hits on range, and we're already moving on. Mostly just dialogue boxes to come. We need to learn about the banks and poles. Now a little bit about account security. Now we've learned about prayer, how to make friends, sort of. And this is moving on to the home stretch. A little bit of misclick. Our magic cast is complete. And that's the home stretch. We are getting out of here. 12:55, 12:56 for when I hit the clock to finish Tutorial Island. I think we can improve on that.